Welcome to Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro's official podcast. This is your opportunity to go behind the scenes of Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Mark Turner and Bork Torkelson. All right, idiots, let's get this over with. Welcome to episode 59 of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast. We're getting pumped up for horrorcore, but we got some business to do first. I, of course, am your host, Bork Torkelson. You heard me interrupted by Mark.
That's me. I'm always here to interrupt Bork.
Turner. And
I interrupted him again.
To his left, he is in some circles known as the Iron Manager, the current Rockstar Pro Fanny Pack Champion. But to me, he'll always be White Mystery, JT Davidson.
JT Davidson's here. This is great.
I'm not exactly sure what the White Mystery thing means, but yes, I am your
Delicious.
current
I do.
Rockstar Pro Fanny Pack Champion.
That's awesome. The Fanny Pack Champion is here.
Took out Samantha Heights.
That is a beautiful championship. That is awesome.
It's not bad. It's not bad. They said it's supposed to be life-changing. I'm waiting for my life to change as we speak, guys. Not lying.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think I hear Cole Radrick freaking out in a different room. But
he's upset he's not the Fanny Pack Champion. That's all it is.
Story.
The lights are off and he's rocking himself to sleep.
That must be it.
He has a lot to be upset about. But
Maybe somebody put some sauce near him? I'm not sure.
So, yeah, you're Fanny Pack Champion. There's been dozens of us. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to brass tacks here and talk about what's been going on recently here at Rockstar Pro Wrestling. First off, guys, Lucha Comes to Dayton.
Oh, it was awesome.
Was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I don't know about you, JT.
And Mark, I know exactly what you meant by that.
I don't mean to downplay the show.
No,
yeah.
I didn't either. When I walked in to Lucha Comes to Dayton, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so no matter what my expectations were, it blew them out of the water.
Yeah, every match featured a rock star and an amazing luchador from various promotions. Chilanga Mask came here. It was just phenomenal.
It was absolutely great, yeah.
And it was a treat getting to know these luchadors. Again, these are guys who are not big names in the United States. Big names in some legends in Mexico.
Oh,
but again, not household names up here. So again, what a treat for the Rockstar Pro audience here.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a great card. Let's go over it.
So to kick things off, we had a match in which Fly Star defeated everyone's homie, Pompano Joe. That was a great way to kick it off. Yeah,
absolutely. It was a fun matchup to get it going. I'll tell you what, the crowd was red hot the entire night for this show. It was a great event.
Yeah, but things really picked up in the second match when my bro Clayton Gaines Jackson defeated the massive, monstrous Mojo McQueen.
That was a great victory for Clay because Mojo McQueen, he was very impressive on that night. Rockstar Nation, he won them over.
No question about it.
And guys, what an impressive guy he was in general. Again, and so many things about his character and his presence that struck me. That box that he carried to the ring with that blue smoke. And guys, the arena smelled like sulfur after he came in. And guys, a little bit of background on that. If you watch Ghost Hunters or anything, they say that when you have a paranormal experience, a lot of times it smells like sulfur afterwards. And that's what that was. The souls in his box, that smell of sulfur.
That is creepy as shit.
That is very creepy. Yeah.
Hey, fun fact.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
I'm allergic to sulfa drugs. It sounds like sulfur.
Well, yeah. Well, now we know what to slip into your drinks.
I'm sure he's allergic to a lot of things.
Should not have said that.
Common sense.
In another great match, Guerrero Maya defeated the biggest idiot in all the land, Zachary Wentz.
Wait a minute.
That was great to see Zach lose to an international star.
Well, I know that you're very excited that Zach lost, but that was a great matchup, and Guerrero Maya put on one hell of a performance. An incredible matchup, just like most of these matches on that night.
For sure.
Up till that point of the show, I would have said that was a show stealer, but we had several show stealers.
Oh, yeah. After that, we saw a great triple threat match in which Drastic Boy defeated both Nate Wings and Myron Reed. Oh, I guess he defeated Nate. He pinned Nate, but Myron didn't win. So that was, I think, a great showing from another one of our luchador guests.
Absolutely. A great high-flying matchup between three incredible high flyers and a Drastic Boy. Big victory. I mean, he beat two really solid performers in Rockstar Pro and Myron Reed and Nate Wings.
Oh, absolutely. But the one that was most intriguing to me, I have to say, was Knight Riders versus the Solar Dynasty, Solar and Solar Jr.
And what a switch up for the night, the speed of which the match was taken on.
Yeah.
But again, this was a technical showcasing by the Solars. It really was. And they were up against the Knight Riders, who are not typically known for their technical wrestling.
Right,
And I think that really is why the Solars did so well. It had to switch them up. But again, for me, this was the treat of the night.
Yes.
This was surprising to a level I did not expect.
I mean, this matchup, truly, it was just an honor to call the matchup with the Solar Dynasty because Solar Sr., man, he's a legend in professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah, 65 years old.
Incredible.
Debuted in 1975, a good 2 decades before most of the Rockstar roster was even born.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as you said, a huge star
Right.
in Mexico and in Japan. The man may not speak fluent English, but brilliant in both Spanish and Japanese. It was an honor.
Yeah, and you say he's 65 years old and he's been wrestling, what'd you say, 40 years? I can't even remember, but the thing is, he doesn't wrestle like he's that old. The moves he was doing in the ring, it was amazing. It was almost like seeing, I said it during the match, but it's almost like what's old is new again. So much stuff, it seemed innovative, even though he's been doing it for so long.
Absolutely. And, I think I said on commentary that night, if you go back and watch, AWA and some of the classic promotions, you do see things that are not done anymore. And this guy was living history to me. And, Mark, to your point about not wrestling like he's that age,
Right.
the guy to enter the ring did a front flip.
Oh, incredible.
He was. So again, I can't say enough about Solar and Solar Jr. But again, that match to me was it was a privilege to watch.
Yeah, a great match that unfortunately ended in a DQ.
Yep.
There were some shenanigans, and Solar got caught delivering a low blow.
Well, yeah, he kind of fell for the trap there from the Knight Riders, but it was a great matchup
So,
nonetheless.
Knight Riders successfully defended their Rockstar Pro Tag Team Championships and went on to do so the following night in Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was in our main event that the Rockstar Pro World Championship was on the line. Trey Miguel successfully defending against Arrow Boy.
Yeah, Arrow Boy put up he had quite a performance in this matchup. We saw Arrow Boy back at the Tournament of Flight, and he had a great showing in the Tournament of Flight going all the way to the finals, but I thought Arrow Boy on this night at Lucha Comes Dayton looked that much more sharp when he knew he had a shot at a World Championship in the Rockstar Pro World Championship, but Trey Miguel, he was ready for the challenge, and Trey Miguel, he retained the championship in a great matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lucha Comes to Dayton. It was
awesome.
an incredible evening. Hopefully we'll be able to do it again, or who knows, maybe you'll see some of us down in Mexico sometime soon. But it hasn't been 2 weeks of nothing happening since Lucha Comes to Dayton. Amped has been pretty action-packed.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on. We talked about new championships here in Rockstar Pro, one of them being... What is that? The Fanny Pack Championship? Okay. We talked about it earlier, but how many times has this thing changed hands?
20,
dozens?
28, I think.
Is that an actual real number, or are you just throwing a number out there?
JT's 29.
Okay, but man, so many people have held this championship. We've had multiple champions. I think the Devil had it at one point. What's going on?
Well, I'm counting each title change as a champion. So Vince obviously has held it 5 freaking times. I held it for longer than Cole Radrick, and longer than Alex Colon, and longer than Samantha Height in her first run.
Do you want a cookie? You want an Airhead? I have White Mystery.
Do you really?
No, I ate it.
I like grape.
You like grape?
I do.
Big fan of grape?
I like grape.
Yeah, Fanny Pack Championship. It's supposed to be life-changing. Hopefully it doesn't.
Does it feel life-changing, JT?
Well, you know what? The longer it's around me, the more I feel my life changing for the better. You know, we're going to find out. You know, I'm going to take this home with me tonight. I'm going to clean it up, and hopefully, you know what? We're going to come back Friday to HorrorCore, and I will be a changed man.
Yeah, there you go. And Bork, I assume your life.
Shit.
And Bork, I assume your life sucks now that you don't have the championship.
Little, yeah.
That says nothing about his life before he won the championship.
Okay. You're right about that, JT.
In other news, Ace Austin moved to Dayton.
Wait, was that Ace Austin, or is it Ace Austin Shakespeare?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, Ace Austin Shakespeare moved to Dayton. That is big news. I mean, to see Ace Austin week in and week out, I mean, this is a very talented individual.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to train in the Chris Dungeon, you know, along with a number of stars here at Rockstar Pro. You know, I think this is going to be a big thing for Ace's career. But, you know, he's not the only familiar face we've seen here at Rockstar Pro recently.
Absolutely not. We saw the return of the Gymnasty Boys. How fun is it to see these guys come back?
Big fan of the Gymnasty Boys myself, guys. And not only in the ring, but out of the ring, they are some of my favorite people.
They're so fun. They're just fun.
And
that's all I can say about it.
I'll give them this. One of the more interesting entrances in professional wrestling.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's one of the best entrances. Have you ever had the whipped cream in your mouth?
Let's not talk about that. So another returning face was Shigehiro Irie. He came and had two great matches in the last couple weeks here at Rockstar Pro.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. The matchup with Trey was off the charts. It was insane. I mean, every time Shigehiro Irie comes to Rockstar Pro, I mean, he puts on quite a performance. I wish we could see him all the time here in Rockstar Pro. He had a great matchup against Alex Colon as well.
He did, and you know, it's not just returning faces, some new faces here at Rockstar Pro as well. That tag team of Driscoll and Eads, like, these guys are some hosses, and they've been kicking some ass.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I first saw them on the card a few weeks ago for the first time, I didn't really think much of them. I didn't know much about them.
Wow, you're kind of a dick, huh?
No, I just didn't know much about them, to be honest. And then when I saw them in action, you could see the size and the athleticism. Dangerous combo.
Very much so. And again, I've met both individuals outside, and it didn't strike me how big they were until I saw them in the ring. You know, our Rockstar roster, not the largest guys in the world. Sure. So having these guys come up, you know, standing next to guys, you know, like Pompano Joe, who's not a small man.
No,
it was just very telling. And these guys have been very, let's say, dominant in their performances.
Yeah, they've been great. Plus, we had Akane Fujita come along with Shigehiro the first time, and she had a hell of a match with Samantha Heights.
Yeah, it was fun seeing her have that matchup with Samantha Heights. I mean, every time we have a new female show up in Rockstar Pro, they have to go through Samantha Heights, the Lost Girl, and, you know, it was a great matchup. Great seeing her in Rockstar Pro.
Well, we heard about the returning faces. We heard about some of the new faces. Guys, I think it's time for the spotlight, and I got a bit of a coup this time.
Oh, you got a coup?
Yeah.
You going to give us a hint? Who is it?
Well, who's at the top of the mountain here in Rockstar Pro?
The Fanny Pack champion? JT?
I may be the top of the mountain.
Is JT the guest?
God damn it. We're going to go to the spotlight.
It's time for the Rockstar Wrestler Spotlight.
Okay, so we're back with the Spotlight segment. And who else would we be shining the spotlight on going into HorrorCore than the Rockstar Pro World Champion? He will defend his title in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Myron Reed. Of course, I'm talking about Trey Miguel. Trey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's fitting that Trey's here. The man, the Rockstar Pro World Champion, is here on the Backstage Pass podcast. How does it feel to be Rockstar Pro World Champion? That's got to feel great, right?
Yeah, it's my first World Championship.
It's amazing.
Any title I've ever held since I've started wrestling has been here at Rockstar. So, I mean, it definitely means a lot, and it feels really special to make the leap from being Lucha Core champion just a few months ago to being Rockstar Pro World Champion.
Yeah, I mean, and that Lucha Core championship, you know, although valuable on its own, has served kind of as a stepping stone to world championships in the past. You know, when you were in that position, did you ever think that, you know, a short amount of time later, you would be king of the mountain here at Rockstar Pro?
Not at all, really. I mean, when you think about some of the people that have held the title over the past just a year and a half since I've been coming to Rockstar, it's the list is long, and it has some really reputable names on there, and it's baffling. So I try to make sure I always defend it, valiantly.
And JT Davidson is here, and I know that we're not supposed to be interviewing JT, but JT, how does it feel seeing Trey Miguel, a person that you've had a big part of his career? How does it feel to see him as the Rockstar Pro World Champion right now?
Trey, you're sitting here in front of me, so I don't want to make your head too big, but I couldn't be prouder. When you won that title, and you were sitting in the middle of that ring, I couldn't help myself. I had to come out and announce you as the new champion because it really meant a lot to me. I've seen you, from your origins. I've seen you in that first match that I saw in Toledo, Ohio, between you and Zachary Wentz, where you just kind of blew my mind. And very rough. You were still rough. But now you're polished. You are all over the world, and I personally couldn't be more proud of you.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, Trey, we've seen you kind of go through some changes in Rockstar Pro a bit. We've seen you go through some different, personalities, if you will.
Yeah, what's the deal with the whole freaking Lisa Coleman thing?
Right.
I mean, when you won the title, that's
First of all, no idea what you guys are talking about in all actuality. I mean, I know who Lisa Coleman is. I'm familiar with her work, his work. I've never met Lisa. I don't know how to.
Oh, come on, you're pulling my chain,
dude.
man.
I got no idea. Like it's something that I don't know, man. It's like a fever that comes around, and when it happens, like I'm not in control of it. Did it look like the same person out there? I mean, physically it looks like me, but it's not me.
Yeah.
I
certainly didn't act like you.
I agree.
So
I watched the footage. I'm a fan of Lisa Coleman. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know who shot me with what. No idea, man.
I thought you were like clean living. Like, are you on something? Like, or were you on something?
Lisa might be Lisa might do whatever Lisa does. I don't know if she's sipping that syrup or what. I got no idea, man.
But wait, so Lisa and you are basically two different individuals.
We have to be because I'm right here in front of you.
Well, Lisa's
not here.
Lisa had quite a lot of success in Rockstar Pro.
I watched.
Yeah, Lisa went all the way to the Rockstar Pro World Championship, and now
look, if
you're the one that holds it.
If it wasn't for the Rockstar Pro Network or Fight TV or New TV, I would have no idea what Lisa was about.
All right,
I catch up because I subscribe to all of them.
All right.
Very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Bork, you're struggling.
Do you remember how I just said I was proud? Now I'm confused. I'm not even gonna lie, guys.
Welcome to the club. So let's talk about this. You're currently known as Fresh Prince of Midair. Before that, although you won't admit it, there was Lisa Coleman.
I'm not admitting it.
He's not admitting it.
That's
Bork.
a double negative.
It's clear. It's clear as day. He's not.
Obviously, there's a Lisa Coleman. I'm just saying I don't know about him, like personally, him, her.
Nevertheless,
Bork's head is about to explode.
Well, okay.
Have you ever had an encounter with Lisa?
I've watched you in the ring win a championship as Lisa. I've watched you and Jake Christ as
now
I'm
starting to really question because you got enough crown ribbon wrapper bags to make that velour suit you got on there. How much you been drinking? Is Lisa Coleman real?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I mean, you're questioning me about what I'm doing.
Well, there's a lot of questions.
Fashion choices
Crown Royal
aside.
made onesies.
Let's say this is a two-piece. Let's focus on a previous moniker. I've seen on social media you've recently said that you are retiring the Trigger moniker, and I hate to bring things down, like JT always calls me out for doing, but I'm a serious journalist. It's a serious question. Why are you retiring this? Like, I understand it's a trying time for the country right now.
I mean, if we can just be 100% serious about it for a second. There's, after the Las Vegas incident that just happened, I just feel like it might come off tasteless and insensitive to people, and the last thing I ever want to do as a performer is turn away a seat because it, is a reminder of heartache or anything like that. And it's just a name,
Sure.
I don't feel like the name made me. I feel like I made the name.
Absolutely.
So the name won't take away any of my bookings. It most certainly isn't taking the Rockstar Pro World title off my shoulders. So it's not a big deal to me at all to drop a moniker.
Well, I think that is well said. And let's bring the mood back. Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Smarter than I thought it was.
Recently, Trey, you went on a trip to Mexico, and from what I hear, it was a very successful trip. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I had one title defense against 2 young up-and-comers at DT1
Oh, yeah?
who actually just signed with AAA. His name is Pardukes.
Okay.
Along with him, DTU offers a lot of young talent that are really, really hungry, and if any of them could just get the process finished on receiving their visa to come over, I actually want to help a few of them try to get work here in Rockstar, so that way they can, expand. These are guys that all they need is one shot. That's all I needed was just one opportunity to shine here at Rockstar, and the rest kind of unraveled from there. I'd like to see that happen for someone else who deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your passport to be successful in this business these days.
Absolutely.
Well, and Trey, you're talking about how you wanted to help out people in Mexico. How does it feel to also just put the Rockstar name on your back when you represent this company going to places like Mexico or wherever you may go?
Just being here for a year now, it's nothing I would have expected to happen so soon. To actually take Rockstar and be the official face and representative,
right.
Going over border to defend the title. It means the absolute most to me to be able to do that, and to be in a position to where head of Rockstar is comfortable with sending me to places and letting me represent the company.
And another thing, you talked about how you defended the Rockstar Pro World Championship in Mexico. How about your schedule here recently? You won the Rockstar Pro World Championship, about a month ago? And you've already defended it against Myron Reed. You've defended it in Mexico. You've defended it against Aeroboy at Lucha Comes to Dayton. You've fought so many. You've had a grueling schedule as Rockstar Pro World Champion. I dare say you've defended it more often than anybody has when they won the championship. That's got to take a toll on your body, right?
Absolutely, but being the Rockstar Pro World Champion, it comes with a responsibility, and it comes with a serious, a weight on my shoulders. I set the example now. I represent Rockstar Pro. I don't want people coming here thinking that anything is taken lightly. If you want to see the head of the company, I'm here to show you.
All right, that makes sense to me, but there's kind of a changing wind coming through Rockstar right now. We have these new championships. I know I've got to point out that JT is the fanny pack
That's
champ.
a beautiful fanny pack, JT.
I'm not exactly sure why I just picked it up, since I just realized that this is an audio medium.
Yeah, they can't see you, dude.
You're a proud man.
I am a proud man.
Yes.
I am the fanny pack champion as of tonight.
I'm proud for you. I was actually there to witness that. I was purchasing Airheads at the time. It's my favorite candy of choice. And
I like the White Mystery. White Mystery?
So
Which one do you like?
Would you shut up about Airheads, Mark? No, we know you're the freaking Leather Daddy champion or whatever, but Trey's the world champion, and we have 3 new titles coming to Rockstar Pro, and you don't really know what that's going to mean for you. We've got the Trios Championship, there's a captain's belt there, and then 2 tag team belts. So, what do you think about that?
This is a concept I'm completely unfamiliar with. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's some kind of entitlement for a world title shot if you have the captain's belt. I don't know. The only thing that I can say is that regardless of what belt means what, I'm still the Rockstar Pro World Champion, and if anyone comes for it, I'm here to defend it successfully.
Well, you talk about the Rockstar Pro World Championship. Let's talk a little bit about your match coming up with Myron Reed at Horrorcore. 2 out of 3 falls. You faced Myron a couple times, couple of sensational matchups, match of the year candidates, if I will. And what do you do to prepare for a guy you faced a few times in such long matches, and now 2 out of 3 falls? How do you prepare for a matchup like that?
Since the first time I've wrestled Myron, which was close to a year ago, I want to say it was in November of last year, I wrestled him in his first match here at Rockstar.
Wow.
And since then, I've had some of my favorite matches with Myron, and it's gotten to a point where people kind of say that we have what's called a married match. I don't understand it exactly. I get where they're coming from. The terminology is just a little weird, but there's always this real sense of competition between us. And just after the past few weeks, I feel like there's a line that's been crossed a little bit, and it's super ironic that our match on Friday will be a 2 out of 3 falls match, because I don't feel like we have an even score right now.
Well, you make a good point with that, but what I do want to focus on a little bit, you talked about how lines have been crossed between you two. You two have been known as brothers in the past, and basically this Rockstar Pro World Championship has kind of destroyed that. How does that make you feel?
I feel like I'm that big brother with that toy that the little brother never wants to pick up until he sees his big brother with it.
Like Optimus Prime?
Like, oh, wah. You never picked that toy up. You never show it any attention. You never loved it before. But the second you saw your big brother with it, I got to have it now.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like is happening.
Do you think Myron's that immature?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, Trey, I get your point completely, but I got to ask you this question. I've talked about this on commentary. You seem very calm in your demeanor when you are talking about this match, and that's something that you don't see a lot in this type of situation. Why are you so chill about this?
Have you ever seen, and I'd hate to refer to another sport, have you ever seen Mayweather before a fight?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Big
besides his big show boasting, which, I mean, he's a paid athlete. He's getting paid extra money to, go out there and put a show on. But he's calm, and he's collected, and he's calculated. I have Myron's card. I've wrestled him 1,000,000 times. I know where to catch him. I know every single move he has. I could hit his own arsenal on him if I had to. If I ran out of my own moves, I could use his against him.
It may come to that in 2 out of 3 falls.
All Myron knows is hot fire, hot fire, hot fire. I flow like water.
So you've got a job to do, and you're focused on it.
Absolutely. There is a score to settle now. This is not about the Rockstar Pro World Championship for me. In my eyes, in my heart, that is secured. It's time to teach little brother a lesson.
Okay, now looking at the bigger picture, beyond this matchup, where do you think, what does the future hold for Trey Miguel?
Easy for me to say.
I'll tell you what the future don't hold for Myron Reed, and it's going to be being Rockstar Pro Champion. That's not going to be a thing.
He might be World Star Pro Champion.
No, someone better get it on World Star when I beat him on Horrorcore, because that's what's going to happen. That's the future for Trey Miguel. I'm going on. I lost the American Lucha Championship at 5 last year. That was Rockstar Pro's biggest audience yet.
Right.
And that was embarrassing to lose. And to a guy who wasn't supposed to be in the match, Clayton Jackson. I have to redeem myself. I'm going to Horrorcore. I'm going to Killer Christmas. I'm going to whatever we do in January, and I'm going to 6 as the Rockstar Pro World Champion, and I will redeem myself for losing my championship last turnaround.
Well, there are a lot of people that would say that Horrorcore is one of the probably top 3 shows of the year that Rockstar Pro puts on. So again, if you want redemption on a big stage, this is the one to do it.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess that pretty much covers it. Any parting words for the Rockstar Nation from the Rockstar Pro World Champion?
If you guys have been paying attention to the networks over the past few weeks and watching the episodes and coming to the shows, and you know what this score means to me. It needs to be settled. It will be settled. And after Friday at Horrorcore, I'm washing my hands of Myron Reed.
I can't wait to see this matchup. 2 out of 3 falls. Trey Miguel versus Myron Reed. Trey, thank you so much for being part of the Backstage Pass.
Thank you.
Had enough Backstage Pass? Too bad! Here's more!
All right, so there you heard it from Trey Miguel. Very confident going into his 2 out of 3 falls title defense at Horrorcore. So guys, Horrorcore.
Yeah.
It's this Friday. Here at Rockstar Pro, Friday, October 6th, I believe.
Yes, it is.
I did it.
Good memory.
Go on down to 1106 East 3rd Street. Doors open at 7. First bell is 7:30. Let's talk about some of these matches.
Absolutely. And Horrorcore is one of the top pay-per-views of the year for Rockstar Pro because every single match has a stipulation to it. It's one of the craziest nights of the year. And case in point, our first matchup is a women's dog collar match between Samantha Heights and Christy Janes. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. First time I've ever seen Christy. JT, do you know anything about her?
Here's what I know, is that she is going to be put to a huge test at HorrorCore against the Lost Girl Samantha Heights. Guys, I don't know what to expect out of this match. I have never seen a female dog collar match. Mm-hmm. I have never seen a dog collar match really advertised in this way at all. So I don't know what to expect.
Well, everybody knows, if a woman comes knocking at the door wanting to compete here at Rockstar Pro, she's got to go through Samantha Heights.
No doubt about it. Another matchup we have a house party match.
What party?
I don't know. I almost said horse party. What would a horse party be? But a house party match.
I've seen that thing online. You don't want to know.
Is that the same website that John Murray has? But no, that's a story for another time.
It's like a donkey and I'm sorry.
Okay. A house party match. Pompano Joe and Donovan Danhausen against the foundation of Sid Fabulous and Pat the Bruiser.
Yeah, that one... it's going to be crazy. I mean, I don't know what to expect with freaking Pompano Joe involved.
Well, I don't even know what a house party match is. Do you guys have any idea what a house party match is?
Have you been to a house party, Mark?
I've been to a house party. I've seen House Party 5. That's a fine film.
Really?
One through 4.
Well,
are okay.
five is the best one, obviously. It's like Godfather 2, It's a good one. It's a good one.
Okay. Moving on.
You two are adorable.
Moving on.
House Party 5
Moving on!
makes House Party 2 look like House Party 3.
In a David versus Goliath match, Nate Wings will be facing off against the legendary Larry D.
Well, Nate Wings, he's been asking for it. He's been calling
Literally.
He's been calling out Larry D week after week, which you guys have been saying he might have a death wish.
Yeah, I mean, Larry D has been absolutely destroying anyone who steps in the ring with him. I can't see a fate different from that for Nate Wings.
Guys, I can't unsee what happened to Ganger last month.
It's unbelievable.
Again, this Ganger, one of the toughest, one of the strongest brawlers that this company has ever seen, was left. And when I say a pool of blood, it was not a pool. This was a gushing river of blood in the middle of the ring, guys. And Larry D did that. Yeah. So I am so nervous. I think that's the word. I am nervous for this one. I know that I'm going to have an upset stomach going into this match at HorrorCore.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Ganger since that beatdown by Larry D. But Nate Wings, though, I'll give him a ton of credit because Nate Wings has so much confidence to be calling out Larry D. For a while, Nate Wings, a lot of people have been saying he doesn't really have much of a direction here ever since the tag team of Kyle Maverick broke up here in Rockstar Pro. But Nate Wings... he's trying to go right after Larry D and make a name for himself once again in this company.
Mark, I've been one of those people who have said that. Yeah. I've said it on commentary about Nate Wings. But again, I cannot agree with this direction. I think that it is foolish, and I think that it's putting his life in danger.
That's a match of biblical proportions, although I suspect a very different result than what we're used to hearing.
You might be right about that, but another one we have a lights out match. A 6-man tag between the Knight Riders of Alex Colon, Dustin Reyes, and Aaron Williams. They face off against the trio of Cole Radrick, Craig West, and Shigehiro Irie.
Yeah, I mean, a match that is clearly favoring Knight Riders. I don't understand this. I feel like, West, Irie, and Radrick must have done something to offend management or something like that.
Well, in multiple ways, this is favoring the Knight Riders. I mean, first of all, the trio of Radrick, West, and Irie, they've never teamed up before.
Well, they don't even speak the same language.
There you go. And factor into that, this is a lights-out match, a Knight Riders specialty. I mean, all the lights will be out, and the ring will be illuminated by the Rockstar Nation with their phones. And, I don't see how Radrick, West, and Irie have a shot at all. They're three great individuals, but again, in this matchup, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out at HorrorCore, as well as, here's one where the result is already written in stone, guys.
Wait, what's that?
A finisher match between John Murray and Bruce Gray. If John Murray hits the choke bomb, that's it. It's over.
It's
no
over.
Pinfall, no count out, no submission.
It's all it takes.
But if Bruce Gray hits the DDT, and he will.
Okay.
That's it. He only needs one. He always only needs one.
Well, you're right. You says he always only needs one. So it's like any match for Bruce Gray. It just hits a DDT and it's over.
And he's got it. No problem.
Well,
John Murray, come on.
Well, all John Murray has to do is hit the choke bomb. Well, we'll see if he can do that. But this matchup,
can't.
I mean, this doesn't just go back.
He can't even buy jerky for someone when he's meant to buy jerky.
I'm sure he bought jerky. He probably just ate it before he could give it to the person he was supposed to give it to. But this is a finisher match, and this goes back a long way. I mean, some of these matches go back a long ways on this card. They go back for months, but this one is going on for years here
Bruce
in Rockstar
Gray
Pro.
and John Murray were grits and gravy,
course.
the first Rockstar Pro Tag Team Champions.
Absolutely.
But those days are long behind us.
Oh, yeah, they're long gone. But the question has been asked for a long time. Who is the better man of that duo? And I know you're going to say, obviously, it was Bruce Gray.
Well, it is.
But if you ask other people, myself, I would say John Murray was the man that held that group together. I mean,
that's cute. You think your opinion matters.
Okay.
In the match that I'm most excited about,
Okay.
we're going to see a casket match between my bro Clayton Gaines Jackson and Zachary Wentz.
Oh, JT, that's going to be a dangerous match. That's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. And again, Clayton keeps trying to tell everyone that he's too big to fit into any casket.
Yeah, I know they're not making it double wide or double deep, so he's got this one. He's got this one won.
Well,
in the bag.
Well, even if he can fit in it, maybe the lid won't shut because his nose is so big. So there's that too.
God, really, you're going to that well?
He does have a few advantages. I stole that. I stole that from Zachary.
There's a lot of hate speaking here, guys.
Yeah, and it's all
Seriously.
coming from Mark Turner.
Well, what are you talking about? Am I full of
Look
hate?
at him.
Do I represent hate? I'm a white mystery.
You have the looks of a schoolboy, but the soul of a demon is all I'm saying here.
A demon?
Oh, he doesn't have a soul. Nevertheless, Clayton Jackson is going to kill Zachary Wentz.
He's a ginger, that's why.
Oh, come on,
It's going to
guys.
be amazing.
Are we going to go there with it?
We
Opie
just
over
did.
here.
We also have one of the first matches announced for this card, the Monsters Brawl between Mecha Wolf and Michael Elgin.
Oh, this is going to be a good one right here. Mecha Wolf, previously known as Mr. 450, who we saw a couple months ago, I should say,
Yep.
in a triple threat match against Trey Miguel and Myron Reed. Had a great matchup at Judgment Babe. And he makes his return going one-on-one with big Michael Elgin. It's going to be a treat to see Michael Elgin in the Rockstar Pro Arena for the first time.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of big names coming to Rockstar. Who's who of independent wrestling. And I'm glad that we finally brought in Michael Elgin. Just Big Mike's so impressive in the ring.
And guys, Michael Elgin, a massive star in Japan. This
Yes.
guy, if you walk into McDonald's in Japan, there are cardboard cutouts of Michael Elgin.
Oh,
That's
I
how
want
big
one.
a star he is.
That's awesome. I want one of those.
And he's going to be right here at 1106 East 3rd Street for Horrorcore. And finally, our main event. You heard from the champion himself.
Yes.
Our World Championship defended in a 2 out of 3 falls match as champion Trey Miguel takes on Myron Reed.
If the first couple of matches these two had against each other are any indication whatsoever, this is going to be a classic match, no doubt about it. And a perfect way to settle it between these two. 2 out of 3 falls. Let's see who the better competitor is, Trey Miguel or Myron Reed. This is going to be great.
Nobody's getting lucky in this one, guys. No. Again, you might get a fluke victory the first round, but you have to get another one. Or if one guy gets one and another guy submits, you have a third round. This is about who is better.
Can't wait for that one. It's going to be an amazing night at Horrorcore. So be here with us at 1106 East 3rd Street in lovely downtown Dayton, Ohio, Friday, October 6th. Horrorcore.
Oh, that's going to be great, no doubt about it. Hey, JT, that's an awesome fanny pack, man. I've been eyeing it the whole time.
I am the fanny pack champion. And
Yes.
Mark, I knew you were eyeing my fanny.
Yeah. JT, you're too much.
Hey guys, I can show you this website where I saw a guy get fucked to death by a horse.
What? Is that a horse party match?
Yeah, here, let's check it out.
That's all for this episode. Be sure to come back for another edition of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast.